Welcome back to Trading with CJ. Today we have a very exciting stock for you. This is a company, for full disclosure, that I am in and invested into. I told a Discord about this one a couple of days ago and we're already sitting on very nice gains, but this is a long-term hold for me. This is in the cannabis space. I have a couple of different stocks in this space, which are very recent additions to my portfolio, and this is one of them. So if you want to catch these stocks early or when I'm buying as well, you can join our Discord. It's completely free. First link in the description below. With that being said, I'm not a financial advisor, so if you are planning on investing, you should always do your own research first. So let's get straight into this one. We're talking about HITIF, ticker symbol HITIF. This is a penny stock at the moment and trading at really cheap prices. The rising tide of cannabis. A decade of experience in the cannabis industry has positioned HITIF as a leading enterprise operating across Canada, and Europe and the United States. They were founded back in 2009, and this is the largest accessories e-commerce platform in the world, which is absolutely huge. This is a sector which is growing and growing, pardon the pun, but this is growing, and I think it's just getting started. We'll go a little bit more into the video. We're going to talk about some catalysts on this company, reasons that I've invested, my thoughts and my price predictions going forward, because there's lots of exciting things coming up. This is a Canadian-based company. They have lots of different brands. They have 8 different brands. You can see here Canna-Cabara, Grass City, Kush Bar, CBD City, New Leaf Cannabis, Valiant Distribution, Meta, which was a new acquisition for this company, and Famous Brands. All of these 8 different brands, they have really big catalysts going forward and something unique about each one. I'm not going to go into all of that because this will be a very long video, but I do want to talk about all other catalysts going forward. However, I am going to talk about Famous Brands here, This one, as you can see, our in-house manufacturing division of licensed smoking accessories. Famous Brands is setting up standards for branding the cannabis industry. This is basically a company that is partnered with lots of different celebrities. They have lots of different celebrity endorsements, not including Snoop Dogg, Trailer Park Boys, Paramount Pictures. Famous Brands is known worldwide for its cutting-edge smoking products and proprietary designs. We go onto their website and you can see here, Snoop Dogg, what a massive name, especially in this industry anyway. Snoop Dogg Pounds, smoking accessories. And you can see here lots of these different products. And just from the outset, a lot of these are actually already sold out as well, which is amazing for these companies. So they have very big partnerships and very big endorsements from celebrities. So let's jump into some of their key points here on their investor presentation. HITIF is a retail-focused cannabis corporation enhanced by manufacturing and distribution of consumption accessories. They have their retail segment, which, as you can see here, 67 branded retail cannabis stores across Canada, which actually doubled from the previous year in 2020. So they've doubled their amount of stores. They have their world's best online head shop, grasscity.com, which we just mentioned. CBD City, a CBD e-shop as well, which was launched back in May 2020. So still early days for that. Still got time to take off. They have their wholesale segment, which designs, manufactures, and distributes proprietary consumption accessories and cannabis lifestyle products. And on top of that, 5,000 SKUs featuring 10 celebrity licenses. We just spoke about some of those licenses already. And one of the big key points from this I want to point out here is Aurora and Afria are strategically invested into HITIF. Those 2 companies are 2 of the biggest cannabis companies out there, and they already have an investment into HITIF. This company is positioned very well in all these different sectors. You can see here the retail. They've got the Meta, Canna, New Leaf, Kush Bar, all in that retail sector, brick and mortar stores. They have the online sector, the world's premier online store, grasscity.com, and the really new launched CBD focused store as well. And then we have this wholesale sector, which, as we already mentioned, is the celebrity licensed consumption accessories as well. And we go into a bit more about this wholesale sector because I think this is really interesting. The first to secure licenses from movie studios, musicians, and other celebrities for consumption accessories. And you can see a list here of their names. We've already covered Snoop Dogg and even Guns N' Roses, Hellboy, Beach Bum, Radio Days. These are big names on this list. So let's look at the opportunity for this company going forward. The retail cannabis market size alone is $4.1 billion in 2021. That's just the retail side there. Experienced, well positioned, executing on growth. Big names as well, big brands are in this retail sector, and that is the biggest opportunity in the Canadian cannabis is downstream. So massive things. This company is currently valued at a market cap of 270 million at the time of recording. There is a lot of upside for this. So let's talk about their financials. How is this company doing financially? We want it to have strong financials. Does it have them? Well, this was their third quarter 2020 results. Obviously, we're still waiting for the fourth quarter here. Revenue for the 3 months ended in July 31st increased by 180% to $23.20 million from $8.29 million. So the revenue has been growing amazingly from the previous quarter, the previous year. Not only that, the gross profit margin for the 3 months ended on that July 31st increased to 40% from 37% the year before. They have a cash and cash equivalents as of July 31st increased to $7.11 million from the $0.8 million as of October 2019. And I'm going to put this up on the screen. You can see their recent financial highlights in their investor presentation as well. The revenue has been growing year after year, all the way from 8 million back in 2018, all the way up to 23 million back in third quarter 2020. The gross profit as well. The gross profit has been increasing. And look at this. This is really, really key here. The net income, it was making a loss in 2018, a loss in 2019, all the way up until its very last quarter. We are now sitting on a profit. This company is currently in a profit. So they have really strong financials, really strong balance sheet. There are lots of catalysts for this company going forward. This could potentially be one of the biggest ones right here, okay? HITIF announces application to list on the NASDAQ. They're currently on the OTC markets, but they have applied to uphold and go onto the NASDAQ listing. This is big for this company, okay? The NASDAQ is going to grant them so much more opportunity. Shareholders are going to take notice of this company. The investments are going to come in for this company if they get that NASDAQ listing. This is a key line here in this document, okay? The company already earns approximately 23% of its revenue in the US, and it is seeking to expand its footprint in the US in businesses that complement the company's business divisions, and they focus on CBD and accessories while ensuring that it remains in compliance with all application laws and regulations. That is a very, very key point to consider. Remember that. They want to uplist and they want to expand in the US market. 23% of their revenue is already coming from the US, okay? Remember that for later in this video. We're going to go into some more news about this company. HITIF further strengthens its balance sheet as of over 7 million of debentures convert into equity. They're strengthening that balance sheet, which is crazy. On top of what we've already spoke about, okay? They're pleased to announce that an additional 7.4 million of debt has been converted into common shares, and yet another sign that the market is beginning to better appreciate the prospects of our business and our exciting growth ahead. I think that's amazing news, okay? That was prior to their financials coming out, so their financials are even better positioned now than we just spoke about. This is amazing news. And then they recently released this document as well, just a few days ago. HITIF buys US online accessory retailer for $8 million. HITIF is going to acquire Smoke Cartel, an online platform that sells cannabis accessories and CBD products. And you can see under the terms of this deal, the retailer will pay $2 million in cash and it will have $6 million in HITIF shares to purchase Georgia-based Smoke Cartel. This is big, okay? The acquisition of Smoke Cartel is a great way to further vertically integrate our accessories business and expand our footprint in the US. We just spoke about the revenue growing from the US, NASDAQ listing, etc. More great news, okay? Especially in parallel with our current application to list on the NASDAQ, as we just mentioned. So yeah, this is big for this company. This is going to help bolster their e-commerce retail business, which is important in modern era as global digital sales increased 45% in 2020, according to HITIF. It's going to put them in a better position. Smoke Hotel is a big e-commerce platform and it has had over 7 million site visits with over 110,000 orders in 2019. And in 2020, they expect to report approximately $7.4 million in revenue and over 16% in EBITDA with approximately $1 million in cash. This is really big, okay? They're improving their cash, their balance sheet, their financials, etc. and getting another big acquisition to their company, their third online e-commerce store. So this company is now the largest Canadian retailer measured by revenue, okay? They're planning to still list on the NASDAQ, which is going to help boost them and help boost those US sales as well. They have growth plans, which include nearly doubling the current footprint to approximately 115 locations by the end of 2021. They're going to double the amount of locations they have. This is crazy. That's their plans anyway. And they're going to focus on Ontario mainly, which is Canada's largest cannabis market. So they're in all the right sectors. The financials are good. They're expanding. They're acquiring. They acquired Meta recently, and now they've acquired Smoke Cartel. This is big. So we're in very early days of 2021, but I want to show you here some of their highlights from 2020. So they acquired Meta, which we just spoke about, to become the largest retailer in Canada by revenue, and that has increased HITIF store count from 37 to 67. So it doubled last year pretty much, and they're looking to double it again this year. Their total revenue increase, we went through their financials already. Over 55% of daily retail cannabis transactions are currently conducted by Cabana Club members, which is a brand that HITIF owns. And this is the first Canadian or US cannabis retailer to apply to list on the NASDAQ. Things are looking really, really promising. And, I do hope they get that listing as well. It's really going to help boost sales. But either way, they are doing amazing things right now, regardless of that NASDAQ listing, which is in the pipeline to come in the future. One of the biggest points of all that we really need to mention here is the Democrats, the new administration. Ending federal ban on weed, a top priority of the US Senate now that the Dems are in control, leaders say. We're already aware that the Democrats are really in favor of legalizing cannabis across the US. If that happens, sales are going to boost. for sure. Some of the US is already legalized, some is only legal for medical use, and some is illegal full stop. However, this is going to change that if this order goes through, okay? Things are looking really, really promising with that. They're only just taken over, and they're expecting to hear some announcements on this going forward. This is going to help out the cannabis sector, and specifically help out HITIF, because they're already earning, remember we said, 23% of their revenue is already coming from US. So that's going to majorly boost that revenue. Canada is already legal over there, okay? They're already earning big sales in Canada. So if it can get legal in the US as well, it's going to really help to increase this company's revenue. And they're already in a good position compared to a lot of other companies out there. So let's have a look at the stock price, okay? The market is still open, so it's going to be moving around. They're currently at 60 cents per share. And that has had a massive increase as of late. I think that's probably to do with people starting to realize about this stock. I bought into this one a couple of days ago. People are starting to hear good things about this stock. And I really think it has a lot of potential. It's hovered around about the 40 cents mark for the last few weeks, okay? But if we go back to the year graph, you can see, it was pretty much at 15 cents a lot. We now have had all this big news with the acquiring of Meta, Smoke Cartel coming out, etc. Things are looking good, and obviously their results are looking really good as well. So that's why we're probably seeing a bit of a run in this company. The market cap, like we said, is currently at less than 300 million, 270 million in market cap. This is something I really want to show you, okay? This is the Canadian dollar reporting. So this is the companies here in terms of their quarterly sales, etc., in order of that. You can see that HITIF is on this list. It's a Canadian dollar reporting cannabis company. You can see it's around about 7th there on this list. However, so if we look at this, okay, 23.2 is HITIF currently quarterly sales, okay? And the one above that at the moment on this list is 29.5. That's HEXO Corp. However, if we look at the rest of the statistics on this, okay, the growth, the quarterly growth, HITIF beats HEXO Corp, and it beats a lot of the others going up. HITIF is currently 19% quarterly growth, which pretty much smashes all of them except for the top one. And then we can see here, 180% year-on-year growth. That smashes all of them. Adjusted income of 2.1, which also smashes the two above that, which are making a loss. This company is doing better numbers than the two currently above it in terms of the sales at this moment in time. So we are really going to be expecting this to overtake in the coming months. That's my opinion on this. I really think it will overtake these companies, okay, because it's doing all the right things. The growth is there. The growth is it's growing at a much more substantial rate than the other two above it. So look at this. HEXO Corp is the one above it. If we jump into their stock very quickly, they're currently at a price of just less than $10 per share. This company has a market cap of 1.22 billion. If we compare that to HITIF, market cap of less than 300 million, 61 cents per share. It is absolutely insane, the difference in terms of the share price and the market cap. But then if we look at the numbers, generally HITIF is performing a lot better in terms of their growth at this moment in time. I really think it will overtake that. So that's just something to consider here. If HEXO Corp can be comfortably sitting at less than $10 per share, and we've got HITIF getting better numbers, churning out better numbers and better statistics here, and it's only at 60 cents per share, things are looking really promising for HITIF going forward. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to hit a $10 cap, okay? That is just people investing into these companies. There's nothing to say that this will hit $10. But I am confident in this company going forward, okay? They've got a lot of catalysts for this company. They're strengthening their balance sheet. They have really good financials. They have celebrity endorsements. They have partners from big companies that have acquired Meta, and now they're acquiring Smoke Cartel. The NASDAQ listing is going to really boost this company. And of course, the new administration, the Democrats are coming in. And if they do legalize weed throughout the US, this company is really going to rock it, in my opinion. We're already sitting on nice gains. Like I said, I bought in a few days ago. I would still happily add at these prices, but this is just my opinion. I am not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research before investing. But I am interested to know your opinion on this company. Is this one you've invested into? It's gained a lot of attention as of late, but I really do think it's early days and it's just getting started. It's just starting to get the attention that this company deserves, in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts. And as always, if you can smash the like, subscribe to my channel, that is greatly appreciated. Also, join our Discord. I put this one out there a couple of days ago. We're always sitting on nice gains. We talk all things stock market, including lots and lots of penny stock, and I'll give you my buy and sell alerts each day to what I'm buying and selling. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.